Paradise.
Border cross, giant slalom, freestyle, half pipe, slalom, air and style. This week. Don't miss the latest action from the ISF riders on the MTV Snowball Tour, coming to a mountain near you soon.
The MTV Snowball Tour is sponsored by LS Sportswear.
It's primal. It's wild.
Alrighty then.
It's uncivilized.
Nobody wants to play with me.
It's Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, when nature calls.
Kiút a labirintusból. Magyar hírlap. Jár önnek.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brand new MTV day. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ray, it's Ray, it's Ray, it's Ray. R-A-Y spells Ray, it's Ray.
Not too cheap, is it? To stand there like that, Andy Cam?
No. I think no, it is a bit.
Is it?
It's a bit.
Oh. Well, don't you worry, we'll find someone who wants us somewhere. Why am I coming through all the speakers here? Let me turn that down. Good evening, you're watching the very last Wednesday evening of MTV's Most Wanted, and we asked you last night, by the way, St Etienne will be back later on, and if you're worried about the football, apparently, and you're Irish, you'll be even more worried now, because Holland have gone 1-0 up after 37 minutes. So, Holland are 1-0 up.
What do you care?
Don't you try and pretend that you're interested in football, Nina, just to get the better of us boys. I never pretend to be interested in football to get the better of your boys, do I? No,
that's true, yeah.
It's true. It's a very good evening to you. It's the last Wednesday evening of MTV's Most Wanted. Last night we asked you if you'd like to see anything or ask us any questions, and we've still got a few more in.
I'd like to see my wages.
So would I. I bet they're a joke, aren't they? I bet they're about this big, your little pay packet, isn't it, Curtis?
It's not fair.
You've just tuned in, we're talking about his pay packet, Mum. Okay.
Why, what other packet would there be?
No, I don't know, Curtis. Too early. Ralph van den Ven in Buckle. Good evening, Ralph. Says, Dear Ray, or Nina Ferguson. That's your name, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not Naughty Nympho Nina, really, is it?
No.
It's Nina Ferguson.
Yeah.
Middle name?
Rebecca.
Ooh, sexy. Sexy. It's even sexier, Nina. Rebecca. But I'd just like to say at this point of time, because I've been doing it for 4 years now, Nina is an extremely intelligent woman. We couldn't do without her on the team. She just happens to be beautiful and sexy as well. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Right, Nina. I'd like to see the back of the desk, says Ralph, where Ray sits, because we saw a bit yesterday, and I thought it was even more a mess than the office upstairs. Last night we showed you where Most Wanted's made. It's pathetic, isn't it? It's a big mess. Well, you're quite right, Ralph. Do you want to come round here, Andy Cam? I always say it to you. Do you want to come round here, Andy Cam? Come round here, Ralph. This is what it does look a mess. You're absolutely right.
What is all this stuff?
Well, I don't know. It's been here for months, Andy Cam. Here's when I'm feeling stressed and the show's not going well. I always have a Mariah Carey CD on hand, so that I can go, yes, yes. So I feel better. Some toilet roll here. I don't know. That's because we've got a porta toilet. That's someone's bath water.
Meet the
Wait,
Flintstones.
thanks, Curtis. We once had this analysed and we haven't sent it back yet. Oh, all right. And, look, it's disgusting. And there's a few fans down here. That's where we like them to have them. And of course, if you look over here, there's the bins, Ralph. And I keep missing. Look, I keep missing the bin with all the faxes. They're down there. And look, yeah, thanks, Will. And over here is my classic phone joke, which is ready to use at any time. I'm on the phone to someone. And here's Naughty Nympho Nina's coat, which I'll be needing in a minute. OK, Ralph? All right, it's very nice of you to come here, Andy Cam. It's the first time you've been here.
It is, actually.
In 4 years. Yeah. It's very nice. Well, thank you. There we go, Ralph. Another TV mystery demystified here on MTV's Most Wanted. And why do I need... I've always had, for 4 years, right, 2 bins. And I've always said that's one too many. Now look how many I've got today. Is the show getting that much rubbish in it? Is it? Then we need to be on...
You still can't get papers in the bin.
I'm going to put them over here, because it really... annoys me quite a lot, really, Nina, in a funny sort of a way. OK. Right, and what I'll be able to do, of course... Sorry. Here's some facts here. I just want to read this one out to you, because next Wednesday, we won't be able to read faxes out. No. This one says, Wendy and Wilner. Hello, Wendy and Wilner in Eindhoven, in the Netherlands, actually from South Africa, who just like to say, we think you're very sexy, Ray. See, Nina? Yeah. We both happen to think that Englishmen are the sexiest and not Italians, like Enrico. Of course, what I can also do from here now, I can be extremely cool and throw the faxes in the bin. Straight in.
You missed.
You didn't have a camera close enough to tell,
Yes,
did you?
we did.
You? Blast. OK, well, we finished with Ralph's facts. Thanks very much, Ralph, and... straight in. Where's the other camera? Oh, it's big. Bend over, you traitor. OK, someone else wants to see the toilets at MTV building to see if there's any dirty jokes on the walls. There aren't, are there?
They're not.
No dirty jokes at all. And I would like to know where all the videos are stored and how they are played, says Marijke in Holland. It's too boring, Marijke. They're in a library, aren't they? Yeah. And we haven't got time to show you now, Marijke, because unfortunately, right now, it's time to take a close look, because the bed's ready. That must mean only one thing.
Time for bed.
Is it Nina already?
Yeah.
So I go and get ready and my costume on.
Well, not quite ready.
So I go and get my leather
No,
on.
not before 9 o'clock, sorry.
OK. All right. Roll VT, Neil. It's Private Parts. Straight in this time. Completely brilliant. I'm glad to say, before we do Private Parts, we've just been joined by Fluffy Internet Phil. Phil?
Yes, right.
Look at him. How long do you spend in makeup before you come on this show?
No makeup on.
Isn't he? No. Oh, he still looks too hunky. Phil, we've got a fax here from Mark Zanzig in Hamburg, and he says, please take a quick look at our We Will Miss You page on the net. So, Phil, would you get us up on the net page for that?
Will do.
It's called Hotnet, so we're not quite sure what else you might find on there, Phil. But no doubt you'll know. You'll be there already. OK, we'll hand that over to Phil. Thanks, Mark. And thanks, Phil. You can stop posing now. We're not going to come to you anymore. All right. Did you know that Fluffy Internet Phil actually lives with pathetic... With me. Yes, he lives with me.
Pathetic me?
He lives with pathetic Pat